guys, and welcome back to Smells Like Teen Angst. We are here to talk about the latest episode coming from Gossip Girl that they have finally brought back to us. Episode 7, Once Upon a Time in the Upper West Side. And as always, joining me for the Gossip Girl conversation, I have Keiki. Say hello.
Well, hiya. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk.
And Shawn.
Hello, everyone. My name's Shawn. I'm from Lost in the Reel. If you didn't know already, and I'm so excited to be back talking Gossip Girl.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait, you guys. I am so stoked to talk about this with you. When watching it, I'm just like, I can't wait because finally, as we said last episode, before the long 3-month break we just took, we finally have Gossip Girl. Like, this feels like Gossip Girl upgraded, because this thing opened with like naked Obie and Julian dreams. We got flashes to the threesome that they didn't show us, and now that I've seen the flashes, I'm okay that we didn't get the whole thing.
We got Max's butt.
Oh my god, we got more than that. Oh, we can talk about it.
Yes.
I like screamed, I giggled, I guffawed. Like this. Oh my god.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, but it was HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We've been asking for that. They gave it to us. They delivered.
I'm not mad. They basically took this break, said we got some rewrites after getting all the critiques from everyone. And they said, oh, you want Gossip Girl? Here. Oh, you want a sex scene? Boom. Here. You want drama? Here's all the mess. I'm like, thank you.
Yep.
And honey, it was a sticky episode. It was
Sticky.
so messy.
Oh.
Messy. They needed
like
janitorial staff, and it was messy in multiple ways.
like, oh, it was
Where are
so
we
good.
starting? Where are we
just-
starting?
Okay, so I just want to talk about, so that they're not in this whole thing, let's just talk about the quick flashy sex scenes. Did we like them? Did we not like the use of the flashiness? What do we think?
I liked it.
I'm here for it. I mean, I hope not every sex scene is this way,
Right.
but for the fun ones, for the sneaky links, you know, I'm all about it. Like, getting a flash of a sneaky link is great, you know?
I agree. And both of these, like the Julian and Obie, and then the threesome, like they're both kind of like it. They're not supposed to, like Obie and Julian are not supposed to be together. And then there's the threesome, and that's kind of naughty. You know, it's not like a couple that's getting together and having passionate sex. They're both like naughty situations.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with like how they were like flashing in and out. But I mean, I liked both of them. I was surprised that they did, like, there was like an Aki and Max action too. I was like, oh my god, okay.
That was the first one I said, oh.
Yeah. Like,
I was so happy about it.
Me too.
And I just did get like a little bit like Midwestern on you or something. But I was stoked because I've been asking for this since we started watching this show. You guys know I'm the person in this room who's like, I don't really know if I'm a Gossip Girl fan. And now I can say like, yeah, I like the show. I'm watching it. Like, it's good, whatever.
I loved it because it's very reminiscent to me of the OG Gossip Girl, right? We never got the full-on thing with Nate and Serena. It was always flashes to this beautiful thing, and I love that they took their own artsy take while also taking it up a notch. Like, as you said, we got Aki and Max, where I went, and then, you know, when we got when Audrey, I'm sorry, and Max are doing their thing, we have Aki in a corner. And I was like, oh. And I was like, what? Oh, like every time one of them came on, I had a reaction. And so I know they did it right. And they did it to the HBO level that I'm asking for.
And they also gave us that like kind of ethereal, like Sex in Space type of thing going through Julian's head with Julian and Obie. And we jumped in like we knew it happened, but we weren't quite sure yet. And it took like the rest of the episode to absolutely confirm. And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, remember last season with Audrey and Max, how they had sex with each other and it was just brought up like we never saw anything and we were complaining about it?
Yes.
So now that they're mending, you know, what they messed up in that first half.
Exactly. I like to think they heard us, that they watch us, and they were like, you know what? Those people over at Smells Like Teen Angst, they're onto something.
They know what's up.
They know what's up. So that's all we have to talk about. We love it. We're here for it. They took it very seriously. So I'm just going to because all the mess we all know comes later. So I'm just going to kind of start with a recap and y'all jump in with opinions of what you think.
Absolutely.
So we've got Zoya. Zoya is in the dark. She's not talking to Obie for like a week. But she invites Julian and Obie, who are super awkward, to Thanksgiving. And at first they're both like, no, sorry, we got these fake plans because we can't even speak sentences to you right now because we don't know how to be people. And then she also invites Ms. Keller, aka Gossip Girl, which is like if Gigi's taking a break on Thanksgiving, a la, Penn Badgley. This is not the time when you get invited to dinner.
Right.
So Julian does her thing and she gives all this backhanded advice to poor Zoya, be like, tell him the feelings. It says to Obie, tell her your feelings, blah, blah. So Obie tells Zoya he loves her.
Which I was so kind of pissed about.
Yeah.
Because that is literally like his knee-jerk reaction because he can't be upfront and just be like, I don't want to be with Zoya anymore. I want to be with you, Julian. If it's not on the table, it's not on the table. I just won't be with anyone. But instead, to make Julian happy is what he says. He goes and drops the L-bomb. Like,
no,
come on. No. And it was so like cute, Central Parky, confession, etc.
Yeah.
That's up to shatter all of that for Zoya.
Like, what a beautiful way to have someone say, I love you, and then it's ruined.
Yeah. This episode just made me be like, Obie is annoying. Like, first of all, he is so bland. Out of all of these characters that used to be bland, like they're getting some like meaty material, like they're actually getting interesting. And Obie, for me, I'm just like, screw that guy. Like, he's bland and he's so wishy-washy. And then for him to tell Zoya that he loved her, that was just like the nail in the coffin for me. I'm over Obie.
Obie's the worst. He's a fake person who likes to help people. He's a rich kid who likes to have the fake title. You know what I mean? Like, screw that guy.
I don't like him.
Don't like him. Whatever.
It's just more proof that this person we thought had a skin, actually gave a shit about things, was righteous, and really wanted to help. Really is none of that.
Right.
He does what the people around him think he should do. Like, he's going against his parents for the sake of going against his parents. Like, how much does he actually care?
No. It's all on the outside. It's all a facade. Like, he has no substance on the inside. So like, so like, even like him like throwing that like protest in the mid-season finale or whatever, that just was all for show. I feel like it wasn't actually because he cared.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
Oh, and then also really quickly, his weirdness towards Aki is annoying as hell to me in this episode. Like, like, you care about people, and he's supposed to be all open, and and then he's upset at Aki for what reason? Because Aki didn't tell him he was bi.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Like, he's mad that Aki didn't tell him he was bi, but I also think he actually might have an issue with him being bisexual that he's refusing to admit.
Right. Which shows that he's even more of an asswipe.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. When all this goes down, Julian runs and yells at him, and they get caught making out in a photo, and it gets sent to Gossip Girl because of course it does. Whatever. Audrey's mom is coming home from the hospital. Thank goodness. She, it's Thanksgiving, and she's like, my mom's here. She wants to make this beautiful dinner. Her mom's like, look, I need to be part of the world after I've been locked up for a while.
Yeah. Welcome home, Kiki.
Welcome
Good to see you in your moment.
Yeah, and I just love that everyone crashes. Like she's like, let's go crash Julian's party. Can't. Now we'll go crash Zoya's party. So I think that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Max, his Gideon, his father, is still having a really hard time with the separation. So he sends out the SOS and brings on one of my favorite actresses of
Lucy
all
Punch.
time, Lucy Punch.
I love her.
I did not know she was cast as his mother, and I'm like, oh my god,
I died.
this is everything.
Literally an absolute goddess and a character and something that this show needs so much of, because I feel like Gideon can't carry the character of a New Yorker for all of them.
No.
Right.
Like she is the antithesis of like what it is to be extra. And none of the kids on this show are extra. So lo and behold, welcome an extra person, girl. I am glad to see you.
Amen. Yes. Her presence, like when she showed up, like the energy of the show, like just was boosted so much already. I really, really hope they keep her around.
Me too. And if
her and Pocket Dog, okay?
Yes.
Pocket Dog was my favorite all episode. Just popping out of pockets and purses.
If anyone doesn't know who Judy Punch is, she is from Ella Enchanted. She's from Into the Woods. She's from a ton of amazing movies, and she always plays these wild characters. Like she's Rebel Wilson before Rebel was Rebel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Judy deserves Rebel's career, and I don't know why she doesn't have it, but I love her. I also love that she's dripping in luxury, because that's something we complained about before, that everything's kind of like covert rich, right? So like, but this girl, like her hat alone is what, like $230,000, something crazy. Kiki, you told me, and I was
it's ridiculous, ridiculously priced hat.
I was like, yes, give me that. Give me the fur. Give me the Pocket Dog. She's everything.
Yes, love it.
And I do love that they pull this ruse to try and get his dads together so they can talk this out and maybe come to some sort of reconciliation. Because poor Gideon
he's a mess.
He's a mess.
A mess.
And I love him.
I do. Yeah. I love that character. I'm really happy. I thought he was gonna kind of just be like a guest star, like in 1 or 2 episodes. So I'm happy that he's getting a story arc as well.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
I love bringing the parents into it, because we had the parents who had their own messy, sticky situation of how they were wrapped up with each other in the original DG. So let's just keep it that way. That's how it goes.
Yep. I agree completely. Aki and his mom are having a lovely moment in his bedroom, which I love, because she was so supportive before and she's more supportive now. And I love how she's like, my ex-husband, let's not talk about him. You know, but she's just like giving him so much love and support and this friend advice about Obie, because as we've talked about, Obie's being a dick for no reason. It's not about you, bro. Who cares that he didn't tell you? It's not about you.
It isn't at all.
Yeah, and if anything, be there for him. Like, it literally blew up in Aki's face, his dad weaponizing it as, I'm not a bad person, you know, my son is gay. That was a whole drama in itself. Mm-hmm. So if anything, you should be running to your friend's side and being like, hey, is there any truth to this? How do you feel that your dad just outed you on national television? Like,
yes, exactly. But now that we've gone through those 3, let's talk about their weird little threesome relationship. Because Max is like, leave me alone. You two have sex. Figure it out. Because that's what's important. I love that he's coaching them through this whole moment.
I know. I do too.
I think so by taking a step with the introduction of Max's mother, we have him able to take a step back from Mr. Fix-It, because he destroyed everything, to being a regular old dirty old boy Max, you know? And he's just here to have a good time, you know? He's in it for his own reasons. And he's just like, you know, I'm all for this sexual escapade, etc. But like, don't let me destroy your relationship. Like, I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah, exactly. But so they're not fixing it. They are fixing it. They're still all 3 sleeping together, not taking the advice. But you know, we'll see where it goes.
What? Why were they in a church?
Where was that? Is that on school grounds?
That's on school grounds, guys. It's a private school. Private schools always have a religious aspect wrapped into them. There's always a chapel somewhere. Some schools
like they went to a
also-
church. Like
some schools
specifically
require you to like check in. It's normal. Like it's totally normal to have that.
Also, he was like, we need to clean that up before the next mass or whatever. And like, Aki's all the way by the window, like cleaning it. And I was like, how far did it go?
I know. That's
Super launcher.
I was like, okay. But he was right.
I'm really into the three of them being together because Aki and Audrey, let's be real, they have zero chemistry with each other and they're really awkward. So to add Max into the mix, like there's like a spark almost like when the three of them are together.
Yeah.
And like you can kind of even tell, like I'm hoping that Max will maybe like allow the two of them to like have more chemistry with each other, the two of them together. I don't know if that's possible. But I don't know. I like seeing the three of them together, and Max seems really happy. Like all three of them, I don't know. I like the whole threesome thing.
For me, it really spiced up Audrey.
Yes.
And
yes.
you know, I was getting over her and her wanna be the controller of everything, controlling Kiki's life, you know, always breaking down things for Aki, outing Aki. Like there were just so many things going on where I was like, I'm really not liking this Audrey character anymore.
Yeah.
So to have like this whole situation kind of just like manifest into what it needed to be to make it interesting, I'm all for it. Like I'm excited now. I'm happy for you.
Like she's not such a tightwad anymore. She's like loosey goosey, and like she's being better with Aki, and like she's actually listening to Aki. And like I love the scene at the end with her and her mom, and her mom's like, I want to walk. I want to experience, you know, that relationship with the mom and her. Like, I don't know. I'm liking Audrey. So this is a huge departure from my feelings from the first half of the season. I hated her. I know.
She also like went toe to toe with Julian in the bathroom, being like, "What are you doing? You slept together. You love each other. Why are you pushing them?" So I appreciated seeing that. I agree. Audrey's becoming much more of like a human being.
Yeah, and I'm seeing her as someone in this world, not like it came off very much in the first half of this that she was like a baby. Like, does that make any sense? Like she was like too young to be friends with them or something.
Super immature.
Super immature, didn't know how to communicate. And now I'm seeing like, oh, she's on their level. She can play. And
agreed.
Yeah.
It's good to see. Because not to keep comparing to the original Gigi, but we need these people to be young adults.
Yeah.
We need them to have that New York experience. They've grown up a little faster than the rest of us. They know how to navigate life a little differently than the rest of us. They have money. Like, I want to see it.
Yep.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, we're getting there for sure. The next on my agenda is the teachers.
Yes.
So when we left off first half of the season, the big like cliffhanger is that Max sent Gossip Girl a video of him sleeping with Rafa, which is huge. So in the trailer, we saw him come to the teacher's like, I know you saw the video. So we get to see that he's like discussing it, and he's doing all these mental gymnastics to justify his actions with Max, which I appreciate. He eventually comes full circle and realizes it was on him.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They weirdly threw out the age of consent in New York, which I feel like was an addition because all of us were like, excuse me, he's a child. And they're like, well, the age of consent is 17. Like that makes it better.
Right. The way that they injected it into the conversation too, like oh yeah, I checked his age. It's 17. It's legal. Like I feel like the showrunners,
like we said, rewrite moments. Yeah. I'm like we said, these are the moments that were like, that is a part of the rewrite. It's a backtrack. There was some guff about that. People were blowing up like, come on, how many times are we going to do this? A teacher with a student, it's wrong, it's predatory, blah, blah, blah. And then they interjected to clear things up.
Yeah.
Hey, in New York, the age of consent is 17. It's not illegal. Ish.
And Ralph, like, he pursued me. There was no abuse of power. And I'm like, bro, continue those mental gymnastics. It's fine.
I still feel no remorse for you.
None. Zero. Get out of here.
Zero.
Rafa changes the password and locks them out of Gigi because he thinks they're gonna use it, and he's like, I don't want to lose my job.
Called it.
Oh yeah,
called it.
You did
100%. And he's like, look, here comes the blackmail. I'll out you unless you find something on Max to protect me. And so that's how they're like running around. She gets invited to the Thanksgiving dinner and she brings the goofy teacher along. And that's where we end up, is at the messiest Thanksgiving.
Oh Lord, that
Zoya's.
Thanksgiving gave me anxiety.
But you know what, guys? We all think our families are the worst at holidays. And to see this mixed amalgamation of non-family friend sequitur kind of situation happening, and then everybody just airing their laundry at the same table, I was like, God, every family is a goddamn mess.
Yep.
I know.
And God bless, because Kiki was there and she deserved that. Because this woman has been the one the entire time, all season, like, can't be around people, my life's a wreck, going bankrupt, husband left me, blah blah blah. And now she's like, oh, all of y'all are a goddamn mess.
Yeah.
I know. I love, and she's like, it's just nice to see. And I'm like, she's just having her own Schadenfreude moment.
Yes, she is.
It's just so good. Because like everyone's just sitting there at the messiest Thanksgiving ever. And I love it. I love they did Thanksgiving, because Gossip Girl Thanksgiving episodes are always epic and they're always messy.
Yeah.
And it's the day Dan Humphrey takes off until stuff goes down, which I love. Like you have this awkward undercover conversation of Zoya basically saying she's gonna have sex with Obie, but he's like, yeah, I'm going. And Julian's like, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it's not okay, that you should have let her go by herself. And then it's just like, I'm like, how is the dad can't be this oblivious?
Oh,
and I love it.
He was acting like it the whole dinner. Like, can we backtrack and talk about why she shouldn't be alone with him? Like, I'm like, really, dude? Are you just acting?
But Daddy also overheard this whole conversation. There's no way he didn't.
Right.
They were loud.
They were loud, and he pops in. He's like, "Hey, can someone help with the turkey?" Like, no, he heard the whole situation, and he was just forcing things to come to light that needed to come to light. And he did it even in his own way by clearing up the drama between I always call Julian's dad Kmart G-Eazy and him.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
I don't remember what his name is. But
the only parent I know is Gideon, and he's the only one that matters.
Well, Zoya's dad's name is Nick. Yeah. I know that.
Okay.
But he doesn't matter.
He doesn't matter. He doesn't matter.
And then you have like Aki's mom stirring the pot, being like, Obie, Aki has something he needs to talk to you about. And he's like, Mom, I don't want
not at the dinner table. And she's like, let it out. Look, perfect setting.
I straight up gasped when he was like, me and Audrey are fucking Max. I was like, what? Your mom's right next to you.
But you know what? Thank you for outing Audrey, because Audrey outed you at the last dinner shindig. So, you know, full circle. And I'm really surprised at how supportive these parents are of the throuple situation. They're just like, well, do your things, kids. At least you're having fun. Be safe. Like,
I might have some questions for you later, but I'm proud of you, son.
Yeah. I'm just like, I got some tips. Oh my God, it was so good. The story about Julian's dad and what he did to Zoya's father. So we're getting more. Whoa, like we're getting more of that. So like we still don't know if their mother just like left him and then found Nick, or if they were friends and found, like, we don't really know all that. But what we learned is that when Zoya was being born, she was still legally married to Kmart G-Eazy. And he was like, cool, I'm her emergency contact. I'm her husband. No one else can come in. So Nick did not get to see his daughter born or his wife before she died. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if I was Nick, I understand why he hates him.
A lot of things that didn't really make sense between the two of them in the first half of the season, now that we have that information, it makes their relationship and the fact that they've come together so the two girls can be together and be sisters, it makes it so much more like special. It makes it so much more of a big deal, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It makes it like, I don't even know, heavy, beautiful,
not even just that. Yes, heavy, beautiful, developed. I think it shines a lot of light on as to why they could not mend for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's not just she cheated and whatever situation. Like that extra bit of icing is some difficult icing.
Yeah.
Like that is hard to hear. And that is so messed up.
Yeah.
Like so messed up. And even Nick saying, you know what? I would have done the same thing to you.
Mm-hmm. That was a moment.
Yeah. That was a moment of real life feelings and growth.
Well, and it's the moment when I think it was Nick that said it, or it might have been Julian's dad, G-Eazy Kmart. But the fact that he's like, if we can get over our shit, like you two, we did this for you, so you two need to mend your stuff. When you're a kid in high school, you think that all the drama, everything going on around you, it's such a big deal. Yeah, so yeah. I think that was a really interesting little moment between the families, but obviously shit goes down between the two of them. So,
and it gets ruined because Zoya finally figures out that the two of them had sex. And I appreciate Obie tried to lie.
Yeah.
And Julian was like, no, we're not lying about this. Yes, we did. And it was a mistake. Like, doesn't make it better.
That shows me that once again, Obie is a dick and an asshole. And, Julian knows that she messed up and she's still playing her little games, like the whole moment in the bathroom. But like, at least she's owning up to it. And she's like, it was wrong. It's not going to happen again. But once again, I feel like it's that cycle. Like already in one episode, it starts out they're besties and now they hate each other again.
Yeah.
But let's see who the link in that is. It's this slimy gremlin, freaking snipe Obie, who needs to just go. Like none of them need him. He's always been a mess. And the thing is, I can't feel bad for Zoya because Zoya took her sister's boyfriend. And I can't feel bad for Julian because she has, history of being an absolute see you next Tuesday. Yeah. So it's just like, y'all did this to yourself. Like, why don't you just reset the pack order to what it should have been? And Zoya, come in and create your own life and your own story,
Yeah.
Stop making it about this boy.
Yeah, I just want that both of them to be done with him. I want to see him go down a dark path because he's pushing Aki away and being an asshole to Aki. He's causing all this friction between the sisters. Like, he needs to be cut out of everything and get a taste of his own medicine.
I agree completely. And then we get this weird voicemail from Aki's dad that's like, stay away from Julian.
What do you think that's about?
I have no
Daddy did something, y'all.
Right? Because then we have the girl who like drunk, the girlfriend from You, who like Penn Badgley show, who drunkenly like tells everyone, I'm engaged. And it's like a whole thing. And then she's like, no one was happy for me. Yeah. Crying in the bathroom about it to the teacher. And she's just like, I don't know if he really proposed to me because he loves me or so that I can't testify against him. What?
Girl. Excuse me, what?
What is that?
Yeah.
So we have like, stay away from Julian because of her or because of something going on with her father? Like,
maybe her dad is a part of a pedo ring or some crazy stuff like that. Maybe her dad, when he was messing with the girl from You, whose name I don't know, I'm engaged, girl, when she was like Julian's age. Maybe he has another kid with somebody. And
these are all good.
Like, there's so many little ways this can go, guys. All we know is we have some drama coming up.
Exactly. And this is what we were wanting. Like, this is actually juicy shit. Like, I want to know, what does Aki's dad know about Julian and what's going on with Julian's dad. Like, this is actually interesting. Like, these are good cliffhangers. These are things like I want to watch the next episode now.
And we're involving the parents, and that's what I've wanted. Okay. I've wanted it for a long time.
It took us 7 episodes to get to. And I feel like you could make the excuse of, well, we had to build the world and get to know these characters. I didn't get to know them until these episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first 6, really the first 4 episodes leading up to 5 and 6, which were the best episodes of the bunch of the first bunch. I didn't really know who they were. They just happened to be these people with 0 depth or character development.
Right.
These kids who could be kids at any private school who clearly can't be that wealthy because none of them flaunt or show in any way. And they have parents that we know nothing about of what they do and who they are and what the hierarchy is. Because there has to be a hierarchy.
Yes. And now we finally are there. I know who these people are. Like, I don't necessarily know why all of them are special, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
You know, but finally they have personalities. Even Aki's kind of finally getting a personality.
Yeah, definitely. I think what happened, and we kind of touched upon that, is I really do think the writers took these last 3 months and they really listened to the people that were watching the show, because I feel like they delivered. This is easily the best episode so far.
Absolutely.
They are delivering. We don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm excited now. Like, I can actually say, like Kiki was saying, like, I'm watching the show. Like, I feel yes. Like, I am watching the show. I'm interested and I'm into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gossip Girl. You want to talk Gossip Girl? Like, girl, let me tell you how I feel. Like, let's do it. Like, it's no more shame in it. There's no hate watching anymore. I'm totally in it. I'm ready. Let's keep it coming.
I'm curious because the 2 characters we were missing this episode are Monet. Is that her name?
Monet.
The 2 heifers
Luna and Monet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's who we're missing. That's who heifers that we're missing.
Because they were on the other girl's side last we heard, you know? Because they're just stirring the pot to create their own drama.
Monet's on the other side, right? Monet's pissed at Julian.
Yeah.
But
yes,
Luna's
so she kind of Luna's
right?
still with Julian. She's kind of with Zoya. Monet's like, screw you. Maybe she switched schools, because I do know this season we're getting people from other schools, which we saw in the trailer if you watch the trailer. So she will be back.
I hope so. I like both of them. They definitely I don't know, they're kind of like regulars, you know, like part of the lead cast, but they're not.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to see more of those 2, definitely.
We just have too many kids right now.
We have a lot of kids.
Let's add more.
We have a lot of kids right now, and we don't know squat diddly squat about them. So we're just working on it, okay?
We're trying.
They give us one more episode of this original cast before they throw back in Monet and Luna and whatever this new school is.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I agree with you guys. I'm here for it. I now really like this Gossip Girl, and I hope it keeps going.
Me too.
They got me.
I know.
They got me.
Is there anything we missed that we didn't talk about? Because that's all my notes.
I think we got it. I think one thing we should say, I don't know if we knew this on the last time, but that they for sure have renewed it for a 2nd season. So hopefully we can see Gossip Girl, continuing to build and become a better show. Absolutely.
Season 2, here we come.
Yes.
Amazing. And we will be here to watch it and talk about it with you. Yay! Yay! Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, say goodbye, my friends. Shawn, tell them where to find you.
So you can find me on YouTube at Lost in the Reel. I talk about movies and television, and I really like to talk about hidden gems that you might have never heard of before, but that you should definitely check out. So once again, that's Lost in the Reel.
Kiki!
Again, I'm Kiki. I'm always here. Smells like teen angst. Fans. Y'all know me.
Still the same old G.
Staying the same old G.
And I'm Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, talk about this show, because obviously we like to talk about it with you. And ring the bell so you don't miss out on any more angsty content. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you next episode.
Bye, you guys. Mwah.